commandment of the Prophet, we do it. Some scholars say fard, some say mustahab. Whatever it is, it's good to do it. Now, by the beard, we can come to know whether the person, by the style of beard, it's a commandment of the Prophet, we keep it. We can come to know 80% whether the person is a Muslim or not. If the person doesn't have a beard, we can't come to know. Allah says in the Quran in Surah Anam chapter 6 verse 54, وَإِذَا جَاءَكَ الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِآيَاتِنَا فَقُلْ سَلَامٌ عَلَيْكُمْ. Whenever you meet those who believe in our signs, say Assalamu alaikum. That means whenever you meet a believer, you have to say Assalamu alaikum. Means peace be on you. Now imagine if I don't know whether they're Muslim or not. If I say to a non-Muslim, Assalamu alaikum, he will think I'm abusing him in Arabic. So unless I recognize him, he's a Muslim, how will I wish him salam? How will I say peace be on you? So whenever I see a Muslim, it is fard on me, I should wish salam. Now there was a person, there was a hawker, a young child, by the name of Sultan. He was selling some fruits. There's an elderly gentleman. He comes to buy fruit. And he tells Sultan, Beta, son, why didn't you wish me salam? So he tells, Uncle, I thought you were a Hindu. Good Muslim, praying 5 times, no beard, no cap. Who's to blame? The elderly gentleman or the young boy? Uncle, I thought you were a Hindu. See, Hindu geographically is no problem. Living in India, no problem. But if you mean Hindu does idol worship, it is wrong. It is the biggest abuse. Like if you tell a Muslim you're doing idol worship, it is the biggest abuse. So here, who's to blame? The young man or the elderly gentleman? Elderly gentleman. So now, with a beard, there are non-Muslims who keep beard, but you can come to know he keeps the mustaches like that. It's a different sort of a beard. Some people keep it different way. So with a beard, 80% you can be sure whether it's Muslim. But with a cap, see, I'm wearing a coat, I'm wearing a tie. With my coat and tie, no fool will also say that I'm a non-Muslim. Even with the coat, which is the Western dress, the tie, it's mubah, optional. But if I wear a cap and keep a beard, no one will mistake me for a non-Muslim. This is my label. If the label shows the intent, wear it. Like for example, when I became a doctor, I put DR in front of my name. Doctor. Why? Doctor. Proud to be a doctor. A graduate has only Mr. Doctor, DR. Why? Proud to be doctor. We put a cross in front of a car. Why? So people can identify that if you have a problem on the street, some medical emergency, stop the car with a cross. You don't come and tell a doctor, why are you putting a cross? For identification. So Muslims, if any human being has problem, if you want to look at an honest person, like our grandfather used to tell us, that in Bombay, the non-Muslims, if they wanted to hire a cab, a taxi, they would hire a taxi whose driver was wearing a cap and sporting a beard. Muslim, they will not cheat. They will not take me for a ride. If they wanted to buy grocery, they would buy grocery from a shop whose shopkeeper was wearing a cap and sporting a beard. These people, Muslims, honest. Today, unfortunately, some people wear the cap and sport the beard for doing dadagiri. Bhai admi. In Bombay, we have bhais. Bhai admi. Yeah. Wear a cap and beard and do dadagiri. Many of us Muslims have spoiled the name of the label. What I'm saying, we have to restore the name. At least we have one person, I don't know about the others, who's wearing a cap, sporting a beard, and is honest, mashallah, who's kind, who's merciful. So this is if the label shows the intent. How a doctor puts a DR in front of his name, he puts a cross to people to identify. So we Muslims want to identify that we are peace-loving people. You will not be harmed by us. We are good people. If you have any spiritual problem, if you have medical problem, you go to a doctor having a cross. If you have spiritual problem, you come to Muslims who identify ourselves by keeping a beard and wearing the cap. Hope that answers the question.
Do we have any non-Muslim brothers with a question?
Good evening, my name is Prasanna and I'm working for Citibank. And my question is that having a mustache is just logically to identify a person whether he's Muslim or not. Suppose unfortunately if a guy naturally is not having the tendency to grow mustache, so what will he do? Is that anything wrong?
The brother said that logically to identify Muslim. My full answer is because it is a commandment of the Prophet, we do it. Number one is for sawab. Number one, sawab. He asked me logical. The second step of my answer was because commandment of the Prophet, we do it. Logic, what I can think is if the label shows the intent for it. Now you have asked a very good question. If some person doesn't have beard, like Chinese. The Chinese don't have hair coming. So As long as he doesn't shave, he gets the sawab. His intention is to keep the beard. Even if the beard doesn't come, he gets the sawab. But a normal person knows that Chinese don't have beard. So when they see a Chinese, they will be more careful in saying whether Muslim or non-Muslim. But a normal human being, the very, very small percentage, if there is some problem, percentage of 0.001%, unless he has some problems, like gynecomastia and other things like feminine nature and all, which is very rare. Otherwise, if it's coming from a type of people where